Salutations to the nations. What's good, Angel Knots? It's your boy Young Sinai.
Angel Knot.
This is Top Hat Gaming. They lied to us about this Power Rangers game. All right, let's check it out.
Back in the mid-90s, to many of us, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was peak culture. After all, how could you not love a show where a group of unrealistically well-behaved teenagers, seriously, they never once failed to do their homework, were handpicked by a giant floated head in a fishbowl to save the world from evil? The plot lines were gloriously ridiculous. Rita Repulsa, the gravel-voiced space witch, spent days hurling oversized garden gnomes at Earth, hoping for the best. Every week, the spandex-clad teens karate chopped her creations into oblivion, prompting Rita to throw a full-blown tantrum and scream, "Make my monster grow," as if yelling louder would finally make her plan work. The Rangers would then summon the Zords, giant mechanical dinosaurs that combined to form the Megazord, a robot so clunky it moved like it was 2 steps away.
Man, just looking at this part right here, I think about when the Green Ranger came.
That combined
Right
to form
here.
the Megazord. Hold
up. When the Green Ranger came into the cockpit and you threw all of them out.
And scream, "Make my monster grow," as if yelling louder would finally make her plan work. The Rangers would then summon the Zords, giant mechanical dinosaurs that combined to form the Megazord, a robot so clunky it moved like it was 2 steps away from a hip replacement. This thing had all the combat grace of a toddler in a snowsuit, yet somehow every single week it pulled off the same finishing move like clockwork. Honestly, it was like watching Hulk Hogan. Slow, predictable, and he was victorious every time. And much like Hulk, we just cheered and accepted it, because questioning it would ruin the magic. So yeah, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was peak culture. It was ridiculous, nonsensical, and utterly addictive, which is why getting our hands on the 16-bit video games remains one of the most exciting memories of our childhood. Recently on this channel, we revisited both the original Super Nintendo game and its Sega Mega Drive counterpart, 2 vastly different experiences that frankly could have been much better. Nintendo's offering was a short, simple, and
Have y'all played the new Power Rangers game? I have not played it yet. Let me know if it's worth it. I do like beat 'em ups. I love the Ninja Turtles game. Let me know if that Power Rangers game is worth it. I heard that it was trash when it first came out, but they made a lot of improvements.
incredibly easy beat 'em up. Sure, it was fun, but it completely missed the mark by excluding everyone's favourite character, the Green Ranger, and the title was certainly no Turtles in Time or Streets of Rage in terms of depth. Over on the Mega Drive, Sega fans got a game that looked and played entirely differently. This version, to its credit, did include the Green Ranger, and even his Dragon Zord, but as a versus fighter, it fell short. The action felt clunky and unpolished, especially compared to other heavy hitters in the genre at the time. If I had woken up to this one on Christmas Day of 1994, I reckon I would have been extremely underwhelmed. Leading me to conclude, after a recent playthrough, that Nintendo fans definitely had the better Power Rangers game to enjoy that year. Or did they? As while these were the 2 titles that seemed to get all the marketing hype when I was a kid, in some ways we were completely misled into believing that either of these games was the best Power Rangers experience available at the time.
You know what was a good Power Rangers game? Was the Power Rangers game on the Game Gear. I don't know if it was the Power Rangers movie game or not. I can't remember. I'll let y'all know. Maybe I'll do a video recommending that game if I do like top 10 Game Gear games or something, but that's a fun game.
Spoiler alert, they weren't. They lied to us. They completely duped us. And honestly, none of us should have wasted our time with either title. As it turns out, the real effort all went into an 8-bit game. On a handheld, no less.
That is he about to talk about what I just mentioned? I have not seen this video yet, I promise. Yo, I think that I'm pretty sure this is the Game Gear one.
Yes, imagine that. That's right. The Ultimate Power Rangers game during the peak of the franchise's popularity wasn't on the Super Nintendo, the Mega Drive, or even the Mega CD, which, let's be honest, barely qualifies as a game and feels more like an interactive slideshow. Nope, the crown jewel of Power Rangers gaming was shockingly a Sega Game Gear exclusive.
I knew it. That game is so fun and the graphics look so good. I cannot believe that's what this video is about. I honestly had no idea. That's crazy. That's making me so happy right now.
That's right, the Game Gear. the handheld console that required a small power plant to keep running for more than 30 minutes and weighed enough to double as a home defense weapon. It appears that while the big-name consoles fumbled with mediocrity, this plucky little portable somehow managed to deliver the definitive Power Rangers experience. Who saw that coming? Certainly not.
This is a real cheese on my face. Like, I cannot believe this is what he's talking about. This is making me so freaking happy.
My younger self, who was too busy being duped by glossy ads for the
Download this game today, okay? Download this ROM today. It is so fun.
Super Nintendo and Mega Drive versions. The kicker? I actually owned a Game Gear. I could have had this gem from day one, but instead I was stuck playing inferior versions while my handheld gathered dust. Typical. Some of you at home brought this game to my attention through the comments, sharing how much you love it. So, clearly a few of you were ahead of the curve and on the right side of history even back then. This game is just one of many fantastic titles I've had the pleasure of enjoying recently. There's an endless treasure trove of 90s inspired greatness out there, and just as you often guide me towards the good stuff, I want to return the favour and point you in the right direction too. For example, using my affiliate links, I can get sent off the reasons of huge thing. As for the game we are focusing on today, my mind is honestly blown regarding how much fun I had with this one. It is literally the Power Rangers game all my childhood dreams could have ever asked for. And it's on the Game Gear, of all things. Which probably has some of you wondering, who have never played it, what could possibly make it so special that I would heap this level of praise on it? Well, let me explain. While the Super Nintendo...
Now, let me explain. So, I'm going to start off by the graphics, okay? It is a beautiful pixel art masterpiece, okay? The fighting is fun. It's so fun. The controls are so fun and easy. The White Ranger is on there, okay? What else? The Megazord fights are so fun, and the boss battles are so fun. The game is just overall fun.
Nintendo game was a beat 'em up, and the Mega Drive game was a versus fighter in a highly interesting approach. The developers behind this handheld offering released this one as somewhat of a hybrid between the two, resulting in something rather unique. Rather than just creating an even shittier version of the fighting game that can be found on the Mega Drive, instead this game was created completely from scratch and tailored specifically for the Game Gear, taking advantage of all the handheld's capabilities while keeping...
You know something? It's gonna be so funny to say this. This might not be the one that I played. The one I played might be the movie one, but it looks a lot like this because it has the Green Ranger on this, and I'm pretty sure the one that I'm referring to doesn't have the Green Ranger, it only has the White Ranger. But I mean, this basically looks like the exact same game.
The gameplay simple and engaging for fans of a TV series. In my opinion, this one is just about as perfect as a game is going to get on a system this.
So if you want the White Ranger, download the movie one. And if you want the Green Ranger, download just the regular one.
Humble. As
I think.
for the gameplay itself, I am not sure whether the best way to describe it would be as a side-scrolling beat-em-up with elements of one-on-one fighting, or as a versus fighter with beat-em-up elements. So let me break down further exactly what I mean by this. In each stage, after selecting your preferred ranger, you face off against the infamous Putty Patrol, fighting your way to victory with punches and kicks while clearing the screen of enemies. Unlike sprawling side-scrolling levels seen in games like Streets of Rage, the action takes place on a confined single-plane battlefield. This setup is more reminiscent of Street Fighter II and other iconic fighting games of the era, allowing you to move only back and forth within the limited space. These segments are incredibly satisfying to play, thanks to the tactile and responsive controls. The sound effects when landing a hit are equally gratifying, delivering that perfect sense of impact. Wonderful. Sometimes the simplest of game choices lead to the best results. Players have...
Yo, man, I ain't gonna hold you. The putties on this game is hard to beat sometimes. They will straight up jump you. You feel me? And in my mind, I just be thinking, dude, you can't lose to these putties. You're the White Ranger.
Have access to 3 basic attacks, one of which is performed by pressing both action buttons simultaneously. A throw and 3 special moves for each character are also possible. The simplicity of the control scheme is a key factor in making the game so joyous. The responsive and intuitive setup allows for fast-paced combat, while the variety of special moves ensures that each character feels distinct and fun to play. This balance of accessibility and depth will help to keep you feeling addicted and engaged, as pulling off combos or landing a well-timed special move delivers a sense of accomplishment without overwhelming complexity. Honestly, I have never experienced a Game Gear game before where combat feels this fun. Just like in the show, after taking down the relentless Putty Squad, players get the chance to face off against the infamous Monster of the Week. What makes this feature great is the sheer variety of adversaries pulled straight from the TV series, each with their own unique designs and attack patterns. This attention to detail captures the essence of the show, making each boss...
I used to do karate when I was a kid, and I went to a competition. I don't think I fought in the competition. I'm pretty sure because I sucked. But I don't know her name in real life, Kimberly, but the Pink Ranger was there. And I think that she did a kata or something, but like she do martial arts in real life.
boss encounter feel like a significant event. The battles in the game deliver a strong dose of nostalgia, while the strategic elements needed to defeat each monster add an extra layer of depth and challenge. The difference in quality between the action in this Game Gear version and its counterpart on the Mega Drive is like night and day. Despite their visual similarities, each Power Ranger feels distinct, with unique playstyles that set them apart from one another. What's equally impressive and something that would have thrilled me as a child is how incredibly faithful the game is to the story and the pacing of the Power Rangers TV show. From the moment you, excuse the pun, power up the game, you're treated to the iconic theme tune alongside written imagery and dialogue that mirrors the show's plot. Sure, we got this kind of stuff with the others, but it's all the stuff that happened soon after that truly got me. In story mode, much like the Mega Drive version, we're treated to scenes of Rita commanding her monsters to be created, setting the stage for the action. You then select your Ranger in their unmorphed form, which leads to an awesome morphing sequence before being thrown straight into the action I described earlier. It's a fantastic way to stay true to the show while keeping the gameplay exciting and immersive. Just as one would hope, after defeating them in Ranger form, Rita makes her monsters grow, allowing us to fight them again, but this time as the Megazord. But there is so much more other cool stuff that I'm yet to mention. For instance, just like in the TV show, Goldar frequently shows up mid-battle for a quick scrap, only to retreat shortly after, ensuring he remains a constant thorn in your side throughout the game. This gameplay element perfectly captures the spirit of the series, and an extra dose of authenticity that none of the console versions managed to replicate. It's a brilliant touch that makes the Game Gear version feel
It's one of my favorite games to use save states on.
uniquely tied to the essence of the show. Speaking of the show-inspired features, just like in the Mega Drive game, the legendary Green with Evil arc is represented in the title, meaning we get to do battle with everyone's favourite bad boy, the Green Ranger. What's even cooler about this?
Yes, so definitely the Power Rangers movie one is the one with the White Ranger.
This is that in Stage 3, it's not necessary to fully defeat the evil Green Ranger to progress, as emulating the TV show, the Power Rangers free him from Rita's mind control. While you can take him down by depleting his health bar, you can also survive in the fight for a set amount of time, after which he retreats. Another element where you can see extra attention to detail was put into this version compared to the Mega Drive version is that, like in the show, the CPU-controlled evil Green Ranger has an edge over the playable version, as he can use the Sword of Darkness to perform a range attack, a move that's not available to the player-controlled Green Ranger. After all, when he joins the Rangers in the show, he only has access to the Dragon Flute. Another feature that absolutely blows the Mega Drive version out of the water is what happens after you defeat the Green Ranger and his Dragon Zord. Not only do both join your team, granting you access to control the Dragon Zord, just like in the Mega Drive game, amazingly, this is the only Power Rangers game that allows you to play as the Dragon Megazord. This level of fan service is unparalleled, giving players like us...
Hey, that's hard. Yo, I'm going to have to download this Game Gear version, so then I have both.
It's a rare opportunity to experience one of the most iconic combinations in the series history. If I played this as a child, it would have been a complete game changer. Seeing the Dragon Megazord in action, controlling it, and watching its powerful moves would have blown my little Power Rangers obsessed mind. The fan-pleasing content makes this game feel like a true celebration of the franchise, something that I would have cherished as the ultimate Power Rangers experience growing up. It feels crazy that all of this effort was put into the 8-bit version when it wasn't with Sega's 16-bit versions. How is this game even real? Even the stage backdrops where we control the Zords feel like they've been pulled straight from the show.
Man, this game's so good. It seemed like a fan made it, you know? But it, obviously wasn't the case. But that's how good this game is.
Perfectly matching the locations featured in the series.
If you played this game or the Power Rangers, the movie game, let me know in the comments. And tell everybody I ain't lying. Like, this game is super dope. It's my favorite Game Gear game.
It's clear the developers did their homework with this one, paying close attention to every detail to capture everything. The whole thing is nothing short of amazing, especially as it builds to a satisfying climax where we finally get to take out our frustrations on Goldar, Anti-Zord Cyclopsis, which means so much more when he has been annoying us the entire game. It's the ultimate payoff, delivering a thrilling sense of victory that feels like a proper finale to this Power Rangers adventure. I absolutely love it. What's even crazier is that this is just one play mode. On top of the story mode, there's also a full Street Fighter 2 style versus mode, complete with a player select screen that lets you choose from all 16 fighters in the game. Complete mode. On top of the story mode, there's also a full Street Fighter 2 style versus mode, complete with a player select screen that lets you choose from all 16 fighters in the game. That's an impressive roster for a fighting game of this.
Yo, that's hard. So was it playing against a computer or playing against another person?
This era, especially for a
could you connect Game Gears like you could Game Boys? I don't know if you could do that or not.
handheld title. Seriously, how does this game not get more recognition? It's bursting with content and features that rival even some home console fighting games of the time. It's madness, I tell thee. The roster includes the 6 Power Rangers, Putties, Zords and Cyclopsis, though there are some clever restrictions. The Power Rangers and Putties can't go head to head with the Zords or Cyclopsis, and the Dragon Zord fighting mode can't clash with a standard Dragon Zord or Megazord, plus no duplicate characters are allowed in battle. But don't worry, although show accurate, we have a way around this. Once you complete story mode, you unlock Dream Mode, a game changer for versus battles.
Why does the Game Gear game have this much content? Like, what?
This mode lets you throw all the rules out the window. Want to put a human-sized character against a towering Zord? Go for it. Want 2 identical characters to duke it out? Done. It's the ultimate sandbox for Power Rangers fans, turning every dream match into a reality. There's also a link mode, which I assume works with the Game Gear link cable, allowing for 2-player versus...
Okay, so that answers my question. So Game Gears did have a link cable. That's dope. I did not know that.
Combat. Unfortunately, I don't have 2 Game Gears, 2 copies of the game, or the link cable to test it out myself. If anyone watching has tried this feature, I'd love to hear how well it works. Let me know if it's worth hunting down the extra hardware to give it a go, especially considering this might be the best Game Gear game I've ever played. I think without
Same thing I said.
question that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on the Game Gear is a standout title that perfectly captures the spirit of the show while delivering fun, engaging gameplay. With its mix of beat-em-up and one-on-one fighting mechanics, a faithful recreation of a TV series storyline, and an impressive roster of 16 characters, including Zords and even the Dragon Megazord, it offers variety and depth rarely seen in handheld games of the time. The responsive controls, nostalgic sound design, and fan service-packed details, like morphing sequences and iconic monsters, make it a must-play for all fans of the show. Add in the bonus of Dream Mode for crazy unrestricted matchups, and it's clear this game is a gem that deserves more love and recognition. We really couldn't have hoped for anything any better. Some of you brought this game to my attention through the comments, sharing how much you love it, recognising its brilliance long before I did. As you've guided me towards gems, I want to return the favour, for example using my affiliate link and 40 different games.
Yo, so that was hard. I love Power Rangers. As you can see right here, I love Power Rangers. I am downloading that game tonight. I don't care what time I get done with this live. I don't care how tired I am. I'm going to wake up with that game on my Game Kitty bubble. Okay? If you have not watched my video about the Game Kitty bubble, it is an emulator but it is like a Game Gear. It looks like a Game Gear. All right, I'm going to make sure that I tag it to this video so that y'all see, but that is what I will be playing it on. That game looks so dope. I have Power Rangers, the movie, on Game Gear, which is still a fun game. I don't know if it has all that content because I have not beat it, but it is very fun. All right, y'all. I appreciate you tuning in, and salutations to the nations.
Angel Knot.